We don't get in thousands and millions, of course. These are all collectible coins. They're limited editions. Just a quick 2-minute offer on this $50 coin.
Yeah, and if you look at this one, this is from 2014. That's a very important year. I only have 71 of these, very, very quick. The last look at our first day of issue from 2014. This is one like, hey, Mike, were you paying any attention to what was going on in your warehouse? Because this was released in 2014. This was for the 50th anniversary of the Kennedy $50. It was done in solid silver. It was done in a special presentation for coin set originally in solid silver. It sold out in 2014. This is one of the single rarest Kennedy $50 ever made by the United States government, and it is certified absolutely perfect. PR70 deep cameo. There were only 417 of these coins that we did in first day of issue in 2014. I have 70 of these coins left out of the original. So this is a first day of issue from literally 3 years ago that we just happened to have some quantity left. In the Kennedy $50, they have done 2 of the proof Kennedy $50 at the Philadelphia Mint. 1964, the very first year, and 50 years later, the 2014. Those are the only 2 P-Mint, as you see up here. All of the other proof Kennedy $50 have been San Francisco minted coins, except the bookends of the first year and the 50th year. So it's incredibly collectible. It also happens to be the rarest proof Kennedy $50 ever made by the United States government. Many Kennedy $50 sell for significantly more than $99.95, particularly in certified condition, but none of them are rarer than this, which is what makes it such an exceptional collecting opportunity as we're here at the 100th anniversary of the birth of John F. Kennedy. Great and final quantities here.
And we'll let you know when that sells out. That is on track for a complete sell. There's only about 60 of those remaining. Remember, that's one of the most rare coins in our entire show tonight, as far as total limited edition. Only 400 or so of those.
And the steel case presentation box.
Yes, and you're also always getting the certificate of authenticity, everything you need to get started.